Well, just Sam, obviously a really tough one the other night, especially having the game that you did from Jerk to put up 40 and come away with a loss there. I mean, what's the practices since then been like, and how have you kind of seen your team rebound this week, getting a much-needed week off?
Yeah. No, obviously it was a heartbreaker. We had dealing with some illnesses, destiny, not being able to play that game, especially after you play in Auburn where we were so healthy and playing so well. It's life in basketball. One of my assistant coaches sent me a text of the Duke's men's player. I don't know if y'all saw that, throwing up on the court. It's flu season, but with all that being said, we just didn't get enough stops. That's the bottom line. So to be coming back home, to get healthy, we still got some kids under the weather, but most importantly, just these kids have been great in practice. I keep on saying it. It's a fun group to coach. They're battling, and then you got to tip your hat to Missouri. I keep on saying in this league, I think I was watching their game last night. They're up half on number 5 Texas, and they only end up losing by 6. And then you look at other conferences across the country where one of the bottom teams, they're getting beat by 30 to 40 points. They're not 6-point losses against the number 5 team in your own conference. So you got to bring it night in and night out. Our kids know that, and it's all about this next challenge.
What did you see just on the flight back, or just from your group mentally, just in terms of the way Jerk and the other players were interacting after she had such a great game and the rest of the team wasn't quite able to pick her up the other night?
Yeah, obviously that's what I love about Jerk. Think about it. She had a 40-point game, and she could have went for 50, with her free throws. I think she was, 7 for 8 missed free throws. The last, I've been coaching 20 years. I've never seen that. She made every shot she threw up, but she couldn't make the free throws. And that's uncharacteristic. She's been in the gym. She's made the adjustment that she's needed to. She owns it. That's why I love that kid. She had a great practice. And then the other team knows that we didn't do what we needed to do, and we showed clips on the defensive end. We've been harping turnovers this whole time, and we have a game where we have 12, and it came down to this one. It was, free throws and defensive stops. So they've owned it. They're champs. And like I said, man, our biggest thing is trying to get healthy and get better.
You mentioned some players still under the weather. Do you know if Destiny will be able to play on Sunday or not?
Yeah, she came back yesterday for practice, so it was great. Yep, so she's back, and, she looked good yesterday.
I got you. And I know you got a big win over from last year. Guess what kind of stands out to you about LSU this year?
Whew. Well, you changed the scout. It's funny because they've got a lot of talent. You're looking at them and say, they don't shoot it well from the perimeter. And we obviously got a chance last night having an off game to watch the game live, and they go for 12 made threes. So they're just super talented. They got a lot of depth. They obviously play really well at home, and it's gonna be an absolute war.
You talked about the turnovers last 2 weeks. You had some in the first quarter against Auburn and Missouri, but probably your best 2 games as far as protecting the basketball. Proud of the effort that y'all have had there the last couple of games?
Yeah, 100%. We talk about simplifying the playbook. If simplifying it will allow us to make easier reads instead of trying to confuse this bunch, and I think that's worked. And then just a continuation to your question earlier about practice is being really committed to getting in the gym and getting better. Again, I love the spirit of this team, but the spirit, like we keep on telling now, has got to be onto the defensive end.
Coach, when you guys tip off the ball on Sunday, you guys will have 6 days off. A lot, not essentially your time off, but you've had some time off to practice. What have you seen in practice from the girls in the response this week? And is there anything that you've been harping on them that maybe they can do differently besides turnovers?
No, it's just the journey. Right now, we scrimmaged inter-squad against each other, and then within that inter-squad scrimmage, again, I wanted to see multiple people compete and get after each other, which I did. And then again, it's just learning from these lessons. We're right there. Missouri game, I keep harping on this. These losses that we've had, we've been up 9, 11. So it's more of just finishing and having that dog mentality, and I keep on saying it. I think our best basketball is ahead of us as we continue to gel, and then we got to ride the wave and we got to believe. So that's been my focus with them, and that's the energy they've been giving me every single day.
What was it, do you feel like, that you really were lacking the other night that Destiny could have helped with? Especially, it seems like on the defensive end, she's just sort of one of those attack dogs. Honestly, I know you're going to face Miracle Shepherd on Sunday. seemed like they sort of had a similar type of mentality when you had her last year.
Yeah. So the question was what though? What did it?
About what Destiny could have brought to the table that you were.
Well, I
missing
just
tonight.
think in that situation, you had multiple people trying to run the point guard position with offense. Obviously, Destiny's 11 to 12 points a game. What is she averaging right now off the bench for us? She's 8 points a game, so it's more scoring opportunities. And then you looked in that game in Auburn, her defense, her length. It was a lot of rip and drives that happened in that Missouri game where we gave up a lot of and ones. I think I was a little tired in that guard position at times. So with Destiny coming in, she could have helped with better defensive rotations where we had a lot more fresh bodies. And then obviously her ability to break down the defense is as good as anybody in the country. So that's what she could have brought for us.
Back-to-back double-digit scoring nights for Denham. Was that kind of the offense production you saw from her when you were recruiting her out of the transfer portal?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. She, we knew she had that capability. Credit to her because coming in trying to please everybody else, get a feel for everybody else, but she realized there's parts of her game that she needed to be more aggressive. And then shout out to Tony Dukes, my assistant coach. They work every single day after practice. It's fun to watch, so I always tell them there's no secret to success. It's hard work. She's working extremely hard behind the scenes and after practice, and that's why she's having the results that we're seeing here lately. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you.